Good morning, Vietnam! Welcome back, ladies, gents, and Pikachus. Today we're going to be looking at Xenocrisis, which is a new release game on the Evercade platform. So I've had a little look at this game before, but I thought this game deserves a little bit more love, a little bit more time. So we're going to look through it in more detail today. Upon the cartridge you will actually find two games. The other game is a 32-bit platformer game for kiddies called Tanglewood. That's an okay game too, but I think Xenocrisis is the pick of the games on this cartridge. So, looking at the bio text on the cartridge, we can see that Xenocrisis is an arena shooter in which two players take control of battle-hardened marines, embarking on a deadly mission to confront an alien menace. Run and gun your way through thousands of adversaries, searching for survivors, and ultimately facing the origin of the outpost's demise. Collect dog tags from fallen enemies and use them to buy upgrades between stages. Only the best of the best will be able to see the true ending of this hardcore action game. So without further ado, let's not talk, let's get straight down to business and see what this game has to offer. Oh, I think we're going to get an intro, so let's have a look at the intro. I like the graphics already. Should you do voices? Commander Darius, we have a code red distress signal from Outpost 88. We have no time to lose, Lieutenant. Dispatch a squad of our finest Marines. It's got to be a Alabama Marine, isn't it? Buckle up, meatheads. Prepare for hyper boost. Approaching now, sir. I have a bad feeling about this. He looks like the meme. Look at him. He looks like the meme guy. He looks like the anti-Chad meme guy. So we get started with Xenocrisis, which is a two-player shoot-'em-up game in which you can control either a female or a male marine. We're going to go for the female marine because female marines are better, women are better at combat and military stuff. We know this to be true because we got told so. And so we start the game by entering Area 1. The perimeter. So in this game you can move in all 8 directions using the D-pad, and your task is to shoot the aliens, collect the dog tags and the ammo. And you shoot by pressing the face buttons, so A and B is down and left, X and Y is up and right. So depending on which buttons, which combination of buttons you press, you can shoot in that direction. And the task is to avoid getting hit by the enemies. Contact damage will kill you, explosional damage will kill you, bullets will kill you. Oh, I've run out of... Oh, there we go. So be careful not to run out of ammo. This is one of those games where if you just shoot consistently, you'll run out of ammo pretty bloody quickly. And that's not going to be good for you. So it prioritises accuracy and agility, moving out the way of enemies towards where the ammo is going to be. And collecting the dog tags is the name of the game as well. But realistically, you want to kill all the enemies so you can move on to the next room. Oh, if you shoot the barrels, they blow up as well, is what I've noticed. So I suppose you could manoeuvre the enemies by walking towards a barrel, attracting the enemies over, and then blowing them up with the barrel. Also, we can see in this room, enemies tend to... Oh, this is difficult. Oh, I'm dead already. So as you can see there, enemies come out of the vents and out of holes in the side of the wall and stuff like that. So you can be a little bit more strategic than I was there and not run towards vents or holes in the wall. So this is a survival game. That's what we can tell. So I'm going to pick the male marine this time, see if he does any better. Skip the intro. We don't have to watch that again. So let's just press start. And we return to Area 1, the perimeter. So this time I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with my ammo usage. And when I'm running around, I'm not just running around aimlessly. I've already learnt through playing of the game that don't run towards the vents. That's where the enemies come out. And if there's any wall cracks, the larger enemies come out there as well. So realistically what you're doing, when you enter a room, you wait for the enemies to appear, run towards the ammo, because there'll usually be ammo in there, and run away from vents and cracks. Oh look, there's some guys to rescue, so I think, yeah, if you run towards the guys and there's no enemies there, you'll be able to rescue them. And that's also another thing that's going to give you points, and the name of the game is to rack up a high score. What's that little M thing? Oh, it's too late, it disappeared. I think that M thing would have been a continue, or some sort of collectible pickup for my gun, so I should have got that, but I was too slow. And as you can see, we're progressing nicely. So this is a very difficult game. I'm going to say that straight away. This is not the easiest game ever, but I've got to say I do enjoy shooting aliens and I like the control scheme. There's a lot to be said for this directional button shooting and strafing. And we reach the first boss fight of the game. What an ugly bastard this guy is. So Area 1 boss called Shima. And I think, yeah, you just have to continuously shoot him until his health bar at the top is depleted. God, that's difficult, isn't it? Look how little space there is between those bullets. So I think the strat here, guys, is to completely avoid the entire strafe of bullets, go round the edge. Yeah, and, oh, there you go. So as soon as you get him down to like 2/3 health, he'll start to spawn these little creatures to make it harder for you to kill him. And I think I'm probably going to die quite soon. There we go. So hopefully I'll be able to continue, because that is really difficult. But I've got to say, I love the graphics of this game. Check out the eyeball, the massive colourful sprites, and the strafing and running is really fun in this game. So if you're a fan of shooting up games or shoot 'em up games and alien combat, you're going to love this. It isn't specifically called a survival shoot 'em up, but that's what I think it is. It's a reaction survival shoot 'em up with a sci-fi background and story, and multiple weapons and enemies to face. Oh, I can't believe I died again. Well, I've got 2 continues, so they're quite generous with the continues. They give you 3 continues, and when you continue, he's still at the same health he was. You don't have to start from scratch. There's no backtracking in terms of killing the same bit of health twice, which is very generous. And I think I might be able to kill him here if I can just not, if I can avoid, god damn it, no, I can't avoid death. So what happens when you die is you have a score penalty, and obviously you lose one of your continues, but as long as you get through to the end of the boss and you kill the boss without losing all your continues, you can progress through the game. And what I think is we're just about to kill this guy. There we go, so off you go, Shima, you are now dead, and we get given a rank of score at the end of the mission. So I got 24,803, nowhere near the high score, and I think it's because I kept dying, that score penalty really did add up. Engaged alien hostiles, I forgot the voice. Engaged alien hostiles and took care of their little friend, now proceeding to the facility. So it looks like at the end of each level you're going to get a little cutscene and then access to a shop in which you can buy health and power-ups, you can buy more ammo, grenades, and you can buy these little things here, gas mask. Well, I don't know what that's for, but presumably you're going to be faced with gas levels. And we start area 2, so it's a similar kind of thing, but this time the enemies are slightly faster, there's more of them, and they take more shooting in order to put down. Hopefully they're going to give me some more different ammo and different weapon pickups. I feel like I should have bought a new gun there in the shop, rather than just going for the health pickup. I don't think this is that kind of game. This isn't the kind of game where health pickups are going to help you much. What you want is increased firepower, and then you'll be able to last a bit longer. So we're going to mow down these enemies, saving those 2 guys, save our little marines there, and see if we can reach boss number 2. And you can already tell this is much more difficult than the first area. Like, I'm having real trouble to stay away from the enemies here. I feel like death is near. I'm not going to survive too much longer here, because I'm not very good at this game. And there we go, I died. So this is not a game for children. Children could play this game. It's not too gory. I say that and you see a dead guy, but it's not too gory, it's cartoon violence. It's not that scary, although it is a little bit kind of scary for some kids, so maybe not too young. But if you're an adult like me and you like shoot 'em ups, you're going to have great fun with this game. So what do we think of Xenocrisis then? Let's have a look. Well, I think it's clear to say that this game has taken a lot of inspiration from the military and sci-fi shooting movies of the 90s. Things like Alien, Full Metal Jacket, this kind of thing, even Starship Troopers. So if you like the idea of those and you enjoyed those franchises, you're going to get a lot of fun out of this game here. The control scheme, although it seems a little bit awkward at first if you're not used to it, once you've actually got used to it, is really good. It allows you to get stuck into the game and totally lost in the game world. It is a difficult game. The difficulty is such that it is going to take you a little bit of practice to get used to it. You will be dying left, right and centre, but they're generous enough with the amount of continues that they give you, and obviously if you survive until the end of the level, you can then spend the dog tags and the money that you've built up to buy new weapons, armour, ammo, gas masks and other things that are going to help you complete your adventure. So the layout of the levels is such where it's basically a rectangular room with doors, and there's obstacles or holes that you cannot progress through, and you have to keep on the move and go towards the dog tags and the ammo without using all your ammo. It's a very conservative approach you have to take to this game, or you'll regularly run out of ammo. The enemies get more tougher as you go through the game, and there are shooting enemies, there are moving enemies, there are enemies that will burst through the air vents and cracks in the wall, so you've got to be on your guard and keep moving. But as you saw, it doesn't take a lot of work to start getting good at this game, and once you've got used to the controls and you're immersed in the game, you'll have a ton of fun. So in conclusion, what do I think of the game Xenocrisis? Well, I like the sound and the graphics, I like the controls, I like the general approach and the storyline, I like the fact that you've got a male and a female marine and that you get cutscenes after and before each level. But there's nothing really innovative or new to this game. If you are a fan of the shoot 'em up genre, there's nothing that you won't have seen before in this game. However, it's a really polished, well-designed game which I feel is going to be a lot of fun for you. So in conclusion, I'm going to give this game 7 out of 10. It loses points because it's not the most original, innovative game ever, but it is a solid, well-designed, good-looking and fun shoot 'em up game for 2 players, and if you've got the time to invest in this game, you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to have great fun playing this. So in conclusion, 7 out of 10. It isn't a must-buy, but it is a great game that I would recommend to anyone who likes shoot 'em ups to go and play. And if you're a collector, you 100% want this cartridge because this is a game you're going to come back and play again and again. And that brings us to the end of today's review and the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making this review, playing this game, and I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, Godspeed, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. You call that a game review, maggot? I'll tell you what a game review is and what a game review is not, maggot. Drop and give me 20! Anyway, that's all for now. See you next time, guys. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.